I finally saw the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and I do have to say that I really enjoyed that movie. If you're just here for a straight opinion, I really enjoyed it, even not being myself a huge Nintendo fan. I really thought it was good. I had fun watching the movie. There's a lot of laugh moments and just good, nice moments, and I really enjoyed the characters, what they did with the characters. And I think the biggest thing for me was that even though I am not the biggest Nintendo fan, I still enjoyed the movie. And even though I am not a huge Mario player itself as well, I still understood most of the references. And even if I didn't understand some of the references, I still enjoyed the movie itself. And before we get more in depth about what I liked and disliked, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do these types of videos on Friday, so I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed the movie yourself, or if you are excited for the next Mario Galaxy movie, or if you are planning to see this one before the Galaxy movie. I'd love to know your opinions about it as well. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. I appreciate it. Now let's get straight into the video. And this is going to be your spoiler warning. I'm going to be talking about the whole movie. It's not going to be spoiler free. I'm just going to be talking about the movie. So if you do not want spoilers, you already heard that I liked it. So at the very beginning of the video, so you understand that. And this is going to be your last spoiler warning. So I think the thing I enjoyed the most about the Mario movie is the fact that all the characters made sense. I understood where they're going with the characters and how they're going with it without spending a lot of time doing backstory. Like, all the characters, you understood what they were and what they were going to do pretty much immediately without 10 minutes of backstory behind the characters and just introducing new characters. Because if you think about it, there is a lot of characters in this movie. Just with main characters, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Princess Peach, Bowser, and Toad. And I guess you can do some of the Bowser minions. I don't actually know what the wizard guy's name is for the enemy, but he's kind of a character as well. And even though obviously there is some backstory with Mario and Luigi and the Princess Peach, there isn't that much time. I mean, the movie is only an hour and a half long, roughly. It honestly kind of rushes itself, funny enough. Like, the movie is quite fast paced. And I mean, to be fair, it is a family movie. It's a kid's movie, so I kind of get that. But I feel like the biggest difference for me when it comes to kids' movies is that even though obviously I am not a kid, it wasn't dumb fun, in my opinion. Like, the Minecraft movie was really stupid fun. It was great, but I don't think the Minecraft movie was a good movie. I actually think the Super Mario Bros. Movie is a decent movie. I think it's a good movie. I think the script is well written. I think the scenes make sense, references make sense, and I don't think it was just hastily put together or for a cheap thrill almost. And I think it shows with how well the characters are actually portrayed, because even with the Mario Bros, the 2D sections, I want to call them, like the times where the movie basically makes it into a 2D side scroller where they're jumping around at the very beginning trying to get to their client. It's really interesting, and I really love the nods of that. And also, I don't know if it's strange or not, but it is kind of just strange to see that, yeah, Mario and Luigi are humans, because, like, no duh, but the Mushroom Kingdom is not, so obviously it's not Earth, I guess, for the movie. And obviously, I just love how Bowser is just so unbelievably overpowered, technically, like, against everything else in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, the beginning scene with the penguins is hilarious. Now, while I do love Bowser, I kind of don't like how they got Jack Black to do the Bowser voice, only because I just hear Jack Black. It's really hard for me to not just hear Jack Black. And so that's not necessarily his fault, because, like, even though I know Mario's voice actor, I still didn't really hear him. Like, I'm like, no, that's Mario. That could be Mario. Like, I get it. It's Chris Pratt. But I don't know. I feel like he does it almost better in a way. But that's also because maybe his voice itself isn't as glued in my brain as his voice. When I hear Jack Black in anything, I just hear Jack Black. Even though I think he did great with Bowser, and I think he does it well. And honestly, I think he performed really well along with Chris Pratt and Mario. And honestly, with Donkey Kong, I even during the movie, I forgot it was Seth Rogen. But Like, yeah, they all did well. And I think it's just unfortunate that I just can't not hear Jack Black with Bowser. But once again, it's not because he's bad at it. It's kind of like a me problem thing, I feel like. So I understand that that is a skill issue on my part. But going back to the fact that, like, he's just so overpowered, Bowser, and it's good, and I think that's a good thing. I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I just love the fact that he is so powerful, but also his goal to marry Princess Peach is just so dumb, and I say that in the best way possible because that's what Bowser is. Because even in the older Mario games, there wasn't really an explanation of why Bowser was kidnapping Princess Peach. Kind of like there was kind of a reason, but like not really. Not until recent games like Odyssey or the Galaxy games. And funny enough, I mean, in Mario Odyssey, the reason he kidnaps is to marry Princess Peach. And I do love that fact. I think it's really funny that there's a disconnect between what Bowser sees and what is actually happening around him, and the fact that his lackeys are just totally gassing him up, even though they kind of know that it's not going to happen. And speaking of wanting to marry Princess Peach, I really actually love Peach as a character. I was really worried that it was going to be like damsel in distress Princess Peach originally, but no, this is girl boss Princess Peach, which is good because Princess Peach has proven to be a really good character and she can do a lot of things. I mean, she's in all of the Mario games that do other things. Like she's in Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario Soccer, all that stuff, and it's been proven in other games as well that she can do things and she can be good just as Mario, just like Mario, do all the stuff like Mario. And I'm glad that she is the capable person and Mario is the person that is getting better as the movie goes on. Almost like you're a player, like as the player gets better as the video game, as you're playing the game more. And I'm not sure if that's me just trying to see things or if that was something deliberate, but it'd be really cool if that was deliberate because it's like that training montage near the beginning when the Mario wants to go with Princess Peach and doing the obstacle course. It is a really nice way to see Mario improve. And in the end, he doesn't even beat it, but he does almost get there, like Princess Peach says. And I just love that Princess Peach is still just a lovable person and is just ready to go on this adventure, even though it's very dangerous. And when they do go on the adventure, it is really cool to see the different things they do. Like you see the sands of Odyssey in the temple and floating, as well as the fish level where the fish are always flying around you and Mario gets hit by a fish. I love that. Hope that's a nod and I'm not just like trying to see things, because the water levels in Mario, they always got the flying fish. And I was really hoping that Luigi was going to get something like Luigi's Mansion. I mean, they kind of did, but it wasn't really. It wasn't really. And I don't know why Luigi always has this scared thing, and oh, he's always so scared. I don't know. I kind of feel like Luigi gets lowballed and is made fun of a lot, even though he does still do a lot of things. And I mean, to be fair, it is Mario. He is the main character. I get it. And he's the brother of Mario. And, you know, he's not the main character. But, I don't know, he does get his come-ups eventually. He does, like, you know, become brave eventually. But, I don't know, I feel like we could explore more things with Luigi than just being scaredy cat. But, who knows? To be fair, they all are kind of one-dimensional characters, for the most part, which makes sense. There is still some character development with all of them, even Bowser, kind of. And I do like the fact that Donkey Kong and Mario don't like each other because they are historically the villains. Before Bowser was a thing, it was Donkey Kong versus Jumpman. And I also love the nods between, because I think at the very beginning of the movie, you see someone playing the original arcade game that Mario technically wasn't in. It was Jumpman versus a monkey, Donkey Kong. And I don't think they've ever really said that was Mario. He was just called Jumpman. And Mario became Mario in the first Mario Brothers for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I also think Mario was playing Kid Icarus or something like that. I actually don't know what game he was playing for the NES. I have absolutely no idea, unfortunately. But to go back to when they're on the adventure, I also love that Toad is totally just Captain Toad, even though I don't think he's ever called Captain Toad. He's just called Toad, which is interesting. Or he's at least having that character arc to become Captain Toad, because I do love that Toad is, you know, or Captain Toad is a character. Like there's a Toad that isn't just a scaredy cat and is always willing to try his best, I guess, because I mean, to be fair, he does get wrecked many times and he isn't really capable of winning a fight, obviously. Basically, only Mario, Donkey Kong, and Princess Peach are capable of winning a fight. And Luigi is capable of winning a fight if he isn't scared or if he can get over his being scared. And now that I think about it, the damsel in distress was Luigi, not Princess Peach, which is funny, I should say. I know I do at the beginning was kind of criticizing the fact that Luigi's always a scared cat, but it is funny that Luigi is the damsel in distress in this, along with Donkey Kong's other family members, and that is really funny. I'm willing to deal with scaredy cat Luigi for the 500th time because he is the damsel in distress instead of Princess Peach. And I should say, during the adventuring part of this, and just kind of like the whole movie, honestly, the soundtrack and the sound effects is pretty good. Like, it is top notch basically throughout the whole movie. And I think, honestly, that is one of the reasons why I enjoyed this movie so much, because the soundtrack is amazing. It has some great moments. The first time they get into the Donkey Kong world or the Donkey Kong kingdom and they do the carts with that song in the background, it's great. It's amazing. It's an amazing scene, honestly. But even like the more subtler things, like the growth for the mushroom, the getting hit from, and then the downsizing, getting hit from the mushroom, I'm surprised from what I can think about it. When Mario powers up, he never gets a fire flower. It's other people that do the fire flower, because he gets a mushroom for the bigger Mario. He gets the Tanuki suit. He gets the cat suit. I think those are the only things he gets, which is interesting. I'm surprised they didn't do other things. Oh, he obviously gets the star. So I'm curious for the sequel for Galaxy, which power-ups they're going to give Mario and what other power-ups they're going to be using, because Princess Peach used one, Luigi used the star at the end, and they gave Donkey Kong the flower, which I don't think Donkey Kong in any of the games has ever been given a fire power, but that is cool, and I think Donkey Kong would enjoy that, so it makes sense. I am also glad that Donkey Kong, while is the big dumb guy, he isn't just that. Like, he does have like the whole my dad thinks I'm a failure thing like Mario does, and I'm kind of glad that they gave Donkey Kong, he's not he understands that that's what the people want, like the audience, of him being the big dumb dancing Donkey Kong, but he also wants to be more, kind of, but he's still down to fight because he does enjoy himself near the end. And I think that's also one of the things I really enjoy about the whole movie, is that everyone seems to be enjoying themselves during this whole movie. Like, it's a very, as Nintendo would do, a family-friendly movie. Like, there's a lot of violence, but no one dies, obviously. There is a lot of cartoon violence, but it's not graphic. I think that is perfect for Mario, because Mario has always been cartoon violence, but like, you know, it's an E for everyone game. It makes sense. It's Nintendo. I do kind of wish that there were more nods to certain things. Like, for instance, Mario only ground pounds only once, I feel like. And he doesn't roll like he does ever in Odyssey, really. He does slide, and he does do a bunch of jumps. Now that I think about it, I don't think Mario ever triple jumps. Maybe near the end he does. I actually do not remember if he triple jumps. And I feel like that's something I should remember. But that's also because some of the bigger throwbacks to Mario games is so big. Like, obviously the Mario Kart scene is amazing, and I love they blue shelled him at the very end. It's amazing. I also love that you see Mario doing the whole drifting thing for the boost power, and Princess Peach on the bike. It's great. I love that she also has her bike outfit. I'm pretty sure that's the bike outfit she wears in Mario Kart. I'm almost positive. And of course, Toad having the monster car. It's hilarious in so many ways. I do kind of wish that we saw more of the Donkey Kong people fight. I felt like it was kind of lame that they kind of just lost and then get kidnapped. Like, they didn't fight at all. They kind of fought, but obviously they lost. But we didn't really see them fight other than the times that they used the weapons, which is kind of lame, but it also shows that, like, without Mario and the princess, everyone needs help. Or with Donkey Kong, because Donkey Kong didn't get kidnapped, but his family and everyone else did, because they need his help, which, I mean, makes sense, because they're the main characters. They always are the people that are saving them in that kind of way. And I wonder, speaking of the throwbacks to different games, I wonder if the Donkey Kong versus Mario thing is a Super Smash Brothers nod. I feel like it is. I didn't think about it during the movie, but now that I'm thinking about like what are the nods towards the games, it definitely has to be a Super Smash Brothers nod. I feel like because you don't. I guess the way Mario wins is he knocks Donkey Kong off the field, which makes sense. I am sad that obviously some of the games didn't really get a nod because obviously something like Super Mario Sunshine didn't get a nod because how do you fit the nozzle in there? That there's no way the nozzle could fit. Maybe that's a thing for Galaxy. I do kind of wish we saw more of the minions for Bowser doing their thing. Like we only saw Goombas get stomped a couple like near the end basically. And to be fair, there were many shells being thrown. There are a lot of shells being thrown. So that happens all the time. But I feel like Goombas should have probably played more of a role somehow because I felt like their role in the movie wasn't as big because like they're the first enemy that everyone dies to. they're the Mario enemy in my opinion, I feel like. And I guess the bullet bills as well, which there were many bullet bills, which I'm glad about. And I do love that the bullet bills still have their sentient about themselves. Like in the very final big bullet bill that Mario hits it in the eye so it'll chase him instead. And going to the ending of the scene, the one thing I'm slightly don't understand is how do they get back to the Mushroom Kingdom after they blow up the pipe? Because how they get there is through the pipe, obviously. And the pipe gets destroyed, I thought. Like, how do they get back? Can they just now go back in between both worlds willy-nilly? I'm curious how that's going to work, or if they're ever going to address that, if they just can go back and forth between the Mushroom Kingdom and the real world, or if they chose to stay in the Mushroom Kingdom. Because, I mean, like, totally understand if they wanted to stay in the Mushroom Kingdom, because the real world for them kind of was not going the best, but I'm curious how they got back because I was like, oh, I thought they were going with the whole, oh, now the Mushroom Kingdom is in the real world, but it looks like they just went back to the Mushroom Kingdom. So I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna work. Maybe it'll get explained in Galaxy because I was slightly confused about that. Maybe I'll have to watch it another time to see if I missed something. And I do feel like I want to watch the movie again, honestly. It is one of those movies that I feel like will be fun movie to watch every once in a while. Like it's not a one and done like some movies. I think this is a movie that I would enjoy watching multiple times and just seeing some of the maybe the throwbacks or the Easter eggs that I just didn't notice the first time because I'm sure there's stuff that I didn't notice. And I'd love to see if you guys, some of your favorites that I haven't mentioned, I'd love to know about them in the comments because unfortunately or fortunately for me, I am probably a normie when it comes to this because I just think the Mario Kart section I think is my favorite and Peach's rejection of Bowser's marriage proposal and her eating or not eating or using the frost flower and wrecking face. Those are my two favorite parts of the movie so far. And I don't think that's going to change really because one, the Mario Kart section is just amazing. It's just amazing. It's, I think, the best part of the movie and all the nods, all the things to detail. It also helps that Mario Kart is probably one of the Mario games I've played the most other than Odyssey. And Odyssey basically gets that one Sand Temple nod and not really anything else because it's hard to do Mario Odyssey without other things. Like without Cappy and stuff like that. So, well, I guess Paulina. I think Paulina was the mayor of Brooklyn or something like that. Like she is there, which is interesting because she's supposed to be the person of New Donk City. So I wonder if they're, I don't know, that's some Mario timeline messiness. To be fair, I'm pretty sure this is not a canon thing. Like this is just them trying to fit it as best they can. It'd be interesting to know if it is officially canon or not, but I do not know. I also didn't really notice any Paper Mario stuff or Mario RPG stuff. Once again, really hard to probably pack all of that in, especially considering the movie's only an hour and 30 minutes long. So obviously there are things that they didn't get to, but overall I think they did a really good job of actually making the Mario movie but keeping it still a movie and not just being a constant thing of Easter eggs and it making sense overall, even though there are some things obviously that doesn't make sense, like the ending of I'm not entirely sure how Mario and Luigi got back to the Mushroom Kingdom or if they live in the Mushroom Kingdom or if the Mushroom Kingdom is being built in Earth. I don't think it's being built in Earth. I think they went back to the Mushroom Kingdom. So I don't know if they can go back and that's something I hope they talk about or explain or something. And obviously, the one character I haven't talked about, the star for Galaxy, is going to be interesting. And I'm curious how they're going to introduce Rosalina. And I hope she is also a girl boss like Princess Peach. I hope they have two girl boss moments. It would be amazing, I think. And finally, of course, Tiny Bowser is great. I hope they never make Bowser big again. I hope Tiny Bowser is exactly like that the whole time with the squeaky voice and everything. I think Tiny Bowser should be Tiny Bowser forever because I think it's adorable and hilarious all at the same time. With that, thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. If you stayed here for the whole thing, thank you. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you disliked it. I completely understand. I do these types of videos on Fridays, and I do news style videos on Mondays, so come to the channel on those days. If you would like support directly, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/thetechnojelly. You join all of these nice people in the credits, as long as a once a month live stream as well that you can vote on. We hang out and have a good time there. If you'd like to support super directly, I have an affiliate code at poggers.shop linked in the description. Use code TechnoJelly for 10% off of any of their energy drink mixes, hydration mixes, or sleep aid mixes, as well as their shaker cups. I've tried them. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Once again, 10% off if you use code TechnoJelly at checkout. I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads as well, all at the TechnoJelly. Click or tap my face or above my face for another video of your choice, and I'll see you in those videos. Goodbye, everyone.